No one should have to go home on most memorable year night. But after last week's journey, when elimination was spared, it was all but certain that someone would have to go home on the most emotional night of the season. This year, we had triumph. We had tears. We had sadness. But at the end of the night, we had goodbyes. Derek Fisher had to leave, but not before we get a couple more dances in. Best of the rest. Jordan Fisher and Lindsay Arnold, 29/30. Jordan's story is all about being adopted by his grandparents, and you can see the love in all the family photos. So, naturally, it would make sense that the first 10 of the season go to a beautiful contemporary commemorating it. It's the flawless footwork that truly stole the show, but Jordan's breakdown in his parents' arms came in a close second. Victoria Erlin and Val Chmerkowski, 27/30. From the start, Victoria was gunning for a big 30. Starting out the dance in a wheelchair before mock fallen, and then dancing the first third in said wheelchair, she eventually transitioned into a pretty remarkable foxtrot. It's the kind of dance that is most memorable year material and deserving of the top spot, whether she'd locked it in or not. Lindsey Sterling and Mark Ballas, 26/30. We got a pretty emotional package from Lindsey Sterling about losing her dad, the kind of emotion that doesn't feel scripted, so it's no surprise her Viennese waltz with Mark was spot on. A departure from Mark's complicated style, it's true to form and thoughtful, and it takes a lot for Lindsay not to break mid-dance. Best of the rest. Frankie Muniz and Whitney Carson, 24/30. Sometimes it sounds like this recap might just be a place for Frankie Muniz fans to gather and celebrate, but we swear it's not. Guys, Frankie Muniz can't remember Malcolm in the Middle or most parts of his life, because of his concussions and many strokes. 6 years, 150 episodes. So he chooses to focus on the present, and it pays off with a solid 24 out of 30 for his quickstep. Vanessa and Maks Chmerkowski, 24/30. Shoe boy. If Maks and Vanessa had trouble last week, then they should do it more often because their rumba, dedicated to the complicated birth of her son, Phoenix, was emotionally perfect, and nearly technically flawless. Drew Scott and Emma Slater, 24/30. Nikki Bella and Artem Shevchenko of 24/30. Tara Lowens and Cheryl Burke, 24/30. Sasha Petersa and Gleb Savchenko, 24/30. Derek Fisher and Sharna Burgess, 23/30. Nick Lachey and Pete Murgatroyd, 22/30. Today Sparkle Points podium first and second place, Drew and Jonathan Scott, 5/5 mashing. Satin. Blue. Twins. Can you even imagine? Drew was doing fine on his own, but then when Jonathan joined him on the dance floor to finish out his jive, it was insanity, and it's the first time that Sparkle Points were awarded for attitude and style. Third place, Sasha Petersa, 4/5. I'm pretty sure that the ombre dress and vest was once in a line of early 2000s Old Navy pieces that were super popular in my high school. So it's hard to ignore when someone gives a nod to what is easily one of the grossest fashion trends in recent memory. Sparkle all around, Sasha.